Alright guys, my name is Goblin, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to turn Skyrim into a superhero game. We've got a total of 9 mods today, all different superhero mods. We got the Flash, we've got Green Lantern, Superman, Batman, Iron Man, Thor and all the X-Men. So anyway, let's jump in. Be sure to like the video if you end up liking the video. Be sure to subscribe so don't miss my next video where I'm going to be turning Skyrim into World of Warcraft. And if you want to watch any playthroughs of these like crazy mods that I download and make videos about, then do give me a follow on Twitch. You'll find all the links to that in the description. My Twitch is MetaGoblin1. But anyway, let's jump in. So I do have a total of 7 superhero mods with an extra mod which is kind of a requirement for all the other mods. So, and the first one is going to be Flying Mod Beta. You may want to try out the newer version, but I heard it's a little bit buggy. You can also opt for the real Flying Mod, but that has wings, so you have to run around, well, fly around with demon wings, which doesn't kind of look too good, but it is the best flying mod out there. So this mod is also very compatible with the other mods. For instance, there's a Superman spell when you have a Superman race installed, which is kind of like just turns on this mod rather than you having to go and get the ring with this mod. So yeah, get the flying mod, any flying mod you want. First mod I have is the Flash version 8. It comes with many different variations of the Flash costumes. I mean, I'm not a fan of the comics, but I can see that. Didn't the Flash go evil at some point? And I think this is what this mod is doing. It has literally all of his costumes, and a lot of them look really cool. You know, from the classic look to the new kind of modern, up-to-date look. You have his main sprint spell. There's a number of different variations of the sprint spell as well, depending on, which Flash you want to look like from which, generation of comics. So yeah, you've got a sprinting spell which is just obscenely fast. You've also got this like slow time spell which literally just slows down the whole world, and the whole world goes into slow motion. It completely bugs the game out now and again because things don't load, but it's kind of useful for combat purposes. For number 4 we have Iron Man's Assistant. This doesn't just add an Iron Man race. By the way, the mod before is actually a race mod. You just have to make a new game. For this mod, we have basically a laboratory which is added to the game. It's just a little bit right of Dragon's Reach in a trap door, and it's a great looking Iron Man armor with about 3 variations. You got like the classic look, a stealth look, and the patriot look, which is pretty cool. The main attack that you have, it's learned as a spell. It's just hilarious. You see me beating the crap out of these ebony warriors and sending them flying up a mountain, which is pretty fun. You also have there's also some dwarven ruin to explore. You also get this I can't remember what the robot's called. Is it Jarvis? Iron Man's or Tony Stark's little AI thing. You also get your own version of that. So you get to summon like a dwarven centurion, a dwarven spider bot, or a dwarven rolling bot, whatever you call them. So yeah, you get your own little robot companion which you can summon, which is also pretty cool. For our 4th mod we have the Green Lantern. The model looks really decent. I love it. Some of these mods don't look too on point, but this one looks really good. There's different variations of which Green Lantern. I don't really know a lot about Green Lantern, but apparently there's different variations of the Green Lantern. So I don't know I don't know what that's about, but all you have to do is basically you choose the Green Lantern you want in a race menu, then you change the gender, and then it switches between a number of options basically. As the Green Lantern, you can summon a number of huge green looking weapons. I think that is what the Green Lantern did. I have no idea, because it was a tank, absolute tank, that film, wasn't it? So I didn't actually watch it. You also get a few range explosive spells, so you get to summon loads of cool weapons, and you get an explosive ranged spell. You also get this your own version of a ward spell, which literally creates a green wall, which is pretty cool. Just want to take a quick break from the video, guys, to highlight my Patreon page. If you don't know what Patreon is, it's basically a website where you can show a little bit of extra support to the YouTubers that you like. If you don't know, it's becoming very hard to upload videos on YouTube these days, because if I upload a video, for instance, of me running around with a knife or a sword within a video game, within Skyrim for instance, then my video will automatically get demonetized, because the algorithm doesn't really understand context, doesn't understand that I'm playing a video game. On top of that, a lot of advertisers have just simply pulled out, which means I get paid about 30 pence per 1,000 views, whereas I used to get paid about £1 to £2 per 1,000 views. So I really appreciate it, guys. You've showed a little bit of support on Patreon. You can become a patron for as little as $1. You'll get a number of different perks. You'll be able to access my private Discord. You'll be able to vote on future videos. You'll be able to participate in future videos, and you'll also be able to participate in future giveaways. So please do check it out. For number 5, we have KRYPTONIAN Race and the Man of Steel suit. These are 2 separate mods. KRYPTONIAN obviously is the race of Superman. You get one of them adds a race, you know, you're going to start a new game. Same with the Green Lantern mod, adds a new race to the game with quite a lot of new powers, which are all influenced by Superman's powers. I mean, you got fiery eye beams, frost breath, got flying. You got this like weird power which makes you punch extremely fast, or with a swing of a weapon. It's basically like Elemental Fury, but like times 100. You also got this huge shockwave attack, which blasts like entire towns to the ground. And the second mod is basically just a very good looking armor set, which is kind of authentic to the most recent version of, the most recent version of crap, I just knocked my radiator, sorry. The most recent version of Superman, in Batman vs Superman and his Man of Steel film. So yeah, it looks like that. You just craft it very easily from the smithy. For number 6, we have the Batman in Skyrim. The mod creators made, he's trying to make this like a little bit lore friendly. It is, you will have the Batman armor and stuff, but he's like renamed everything and made it kind of like a fairly lore friendly way of putting it into the game. But anyway, you get, full set of good looking Batman armor. You get your own mansion and a bat cave, which is pretty cool. You get your own butler. There's also this massive spell list, which basically add abilities which are like the Batman gadgets. For our next mod, we have Mutant Races, which I think that is legit a mod name. And this adds like a number of new races to the game based on basically all the different mutants from the comics. So you've got Wolverine, he got his tank top and his vest and everything. He got his adamantium claws, which actually will retract out of your hands when you equip them. It's a very, very impressive mod. To create them, you have to go to a smelter, not a smithy, so just remember that. You can also play as Storm. Basically, you got this mutant who can control the weather, has loads of storm spells and stuff like that. And you basically get, for each different race, you get a unique kind of spells. For instance, like Magneto gets a telekinesis spell and a teleport spell. Jean Grey gets like mind controlling spells and fire spells and life draining spells and all those kind of things. So basically, you can be any. And the last one we have is a Thor mod. Basically, when you download this mod, you're going to get a chest halfway up High Hrothgar, basically where you meet the troll. Is it troll? Yeah, the frost. No, it's not. Yeah, when you meet the frost troll, that's where you get the chest. Adds a number of storm powers, and you also, when you read a book, you obtain all the powers, and then you can go and craft Thor's armor and Thor's hammer at the Skyforge straight after that. Thor hammers is a lot of fun to play around with because it also has like knocks, people out of the way and into the air, a bit like the Iron Man thing. So you can literally just knock the crap out of frost giants if you want to, and it feels pretty cool. And that is it, guys. They're all the superhero mods, which I think there's probably a few more, but those are the best ones that I've found out there. Right now on the screen, you're probably going to see very similar videos to this one. I do a number of these videos where we're transforming Skyrim into, well, crazy stuff, franchises, different games, films, all that kind of jazz. So, I really appreciate if you checked out the videos on the screen right now. My name is the Metagoblin. Until my next video, ciao.